Hello friends, good morning and welcome to the channel. Myself Raj, and today in this video I will show you how to grant write access to a table in SQL Server. So as a senior SQL developer, I used to get many times the requirement to grant write access to different tables. Okay. Now what I'll do, I will show you all the approaches that are possible to give access to a table in SQL Server, right? So basically, as part of this video tutorial, we are going to discuss three simple approaches to do that. One is using the grant SQL statement, which is the basic or simple approach. And the second approach is you can also use SQL Server Management Studio design approach. Okay. And the third one is you can also create a role and then you can give that access to that particular role, and later on you can add a user to that role. Okay. In this way also you can grant access or write access to a table. Okay. Now what when I'm telling write access, that means you need to give access for the insert operation and update operation as well as the delete operation, right? That is nothing but the write access. Okay. Now what I'll do, I will just navigate to SQL Server Management Studio where we will see all these approaches one by one. Okay. Now let me go there. So now you can able to see I've already logged into my SQL Server Management Studio, and here if I'll expand this node, you can able to see there are many databases here, but there is a database known as test, right? There only we will do all these operations. Okay. Now here also if you'll see there are so many tables here, around 20 tables are available. So what we'll do, we will give access or write access to a particular user named Rajkishore, and the table name is Azure USA. Okay. Now for this table, we will give Rajkishore the write access. Okay. Now for that, what you need to do, you need to type a query, right? So I'll just select the SDB, and you can either specify here use test, or you can select the test db manually, right? Then you can specify go, and then you need to write the grant statement, right? grant, grant insert update delete on the table name. You have to specify, say we will say dpo dot azure usa. Then to whom you need to give, you need to specify to, I will say to, then I need to space the username. I need to specify the username, right? So this is the username Rajkishore. Then semicolon you need to give. Now this is the query we need to execute to grant the write access. When I'm telling write access, this is nothing but the insert, update and delete access, right? On this particular table to the username, right? So what we are telling here is use this database test and then grant the insert, update and delete access on this particular table dbo.azure.usa to this particular user, right? Let me execute this. I will just execute this. You can able to see command completed successfully. Okay, that means now this Rajkishore has the right access for this particular table, right? So how to verify that whether it is already given this access or not? You can right click on that table and you can click on the properties option, and then you can just click on the permissions here, and here you can able to see this is delete is selected, insert is selected, and the update is selected, right? And this is the username Rajkishore, right? And this is the table name. So this shows that the access has been the right access has been given to this particular user for this table, right? So this is how we can cross check, right? So this is the first approach. And the second approach is what you can do. You can just use SQL Server Management Studio. Okay. Now what we will do, we will take one more table clone order. Okay. There we will use this SQL Server Management Studio design approach this time, not the query, right? So for that, what you need to do, you can right click on that particular table and then click on the properties. And here you will go to this permission tab, click on that. And here you just click on the search button. Now you need to type the username here. I will say Rajkishore, and then you can click on the check name. The moment you will do that, it will show you within the bracket this one. That means this user exists, right? If I will search for a wrong name, suppose the user is not there, say I will suppose search for Sam and click on the check names, you can able to see it is showing an object name. This one is, I mean, cannot be found, right? So that means that user itself doesn't exist. So ensure that the user exists in your database. Okay. So I will just search for Rajkishore again, and then I will click on search name. You can able to see it is exist now, and then ensure to click on the OK button. The moment you will do that, you can able to see the user is now added here. Now, from this section, what you need to select, you need to ensure that you have selected the grant column checkboxes, right? For delete, I will select for delete, and as I told you, insert also, and then update also, right? And then we need to click on the OK button. Okay. Now this Rajkishore has write access for this table clone order, right? And this is the second approach, guys. You can follow to do that using the SQL Server Management Studio design approach, right? And the third approach is we can also create a role, okay, and then we can give access, write access to that particular role, and then we need to add a user to that role. Okay, for that, what you need to do, the first step is you need to create a role, right? So for that, you need to write a query, create role, and then the role name. I will say network team. This is the role name. Okay. Now I will just execute this query. You can able to see command completed successfully. That means the role is created successfully. Now the second step is what you can do. We need to give this permission, I mean the right access to that particular role. Okay. Now I will just copy this statement instead of typing. So what you need to do, you need to say grant insert update delete on this particular table. Say I will change the table now. We will say new product. Okay. I will say new product here. New product. So what we are telling, grant the right access on this particular table to not the user, to the role, right? Whatever we have created now. So we need to give access, right access to that particular role. Okay, now let me execute this. You can able to see command completed successfully, right? Now the third and the final step is what you need to do. You need to add a user to this particular role, right? So for that, you need to write alter role, this role name, and then add member Rajkishore. Okay. So this is the script to add a user to a particular role, right? So this is our role, and we are adding this user to this particular role. Okay. Now execute this. You can able to see command completed successfully, right? So now if I'll go here, let me just refresh once. Now, if I'll go to the new product and properties, and then I will click on the permission, you can able to see the role is there, network team. Inside that role, I have Rajkishore, right? And he has this access now. You can able to see delete, insert, and then update, right? Add. So these are the approaches you can utilize to give write access for a particular table in SQL Server. So that's it for today. I thought to quickly show you how to grant write access for a particular table in SQL Server. And we have discussed here three simple approaches to do that. Thanks a lot for watching this video. If you found this video a little helpful for you, kindly subscribe to our channel to support us so that you will get lots of free SQL tips. Thanks a lot and have a nice day. Bye bye.